Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back for another Fallout 4 mod review. Today we have a beautiful new rifle, and that's going to be the Remington Model 700 by the Big Ladowski, aka Utherien. This is a wonderful new bolt action for Fallout 4. Really funny that this one just came out, as I just did the Remington Model 70 in New Vegas, and now we get to do the Model 700 in Fallout 4, so pretty cool to do that back to back. But definitely was a great day for modding. We got the MCX followed by this one, so lots of new weapon options for all of you modders out there. Either way, this rifle is chock full of content, lots of attachments, customization, and even some really cool MCM features. So let's go ahead and take this thing in-game and see just what it has to offer. So when you first hop into the game, you will be greeted with a pop-up, unless you're level 1, because this pop-up actually occurs at level 2, so it is a nice early weapon game. But the pop-up says, thank you for installing the Remington 700, and the next few windows will ask you about how to distribute it in the leveled lists. And you have the option to proceed to that leveled list option, or you can choose to not distribute it at all and just leave it as a crafting item. We're going to proceed, and we have 10 slides to go through. Would you like the Remington 700 to be available on Raiders, and they will start appearing at level 6? Absolutely I would. How about Gunners? Also level 6. Sure thing. How about the Brotherhood of Steel? Level 6. The Minutemen, level 6. The Railroad, level 6. The Diamond City Security, which will start appearing at level 1. Absolutely. How about on Wastelanders and Settlers? That will be at level 4. Sure. Traders will start having it at level 2. Yes. And do you want Legendary Spawns, which we'll have at level 2? Absolutely. And finally, do you want it in Containers at level 4? And for me, that's a big yes. Alrighty, and then you are all set. Now you can have fun with a gun, or you can cheat one right away, and we're going to go ahead and cheat one so we can have it immediately. And there you go. Nice and simple. I like the thorough choices of being able to decide exactly what factions get the weapon. Now, once we've got this thing in-game, you can see it is a beautiful model and texture. And this version we've got here has all of the base attachments, no scopes or anything, just the iron sights, and they are some mighty fine iron sights. A little small, but very usable and precise for sure. And here's a look at the custom animation. Very, very good bolt action. Very reminiscent of the vanilla hunting rifle, just a million times better. And that makes sense because there actually is already a mod that replaces the vanilla hunting rifle with this version, which is just excellent. And of course there are also some custom melee animations. And I believe these are vanilla grenade throwing animations, but I could be wrong about that. And then finally, your sprinting. Now, as for the stats for this weapon, keeping in mind my character has no perks, so these are the vanilla stats for all of the standard attachments. This thing has a damage of 66, it shoots 308 rounds, has a fire rate of 4 as it is a bolt action, has a range of 158, an accuracy of 76, a weight of 7 pounds, and a value of 66 caps. Very, very cool, and like I was saying earlier about that replacer for the vanilla hunting rifle, I think this is a perfect fit, especially if you're going for a more modern upgrade, but you want to keep some of these more classic civilian weapons. This is definitely a really good choice. Now, there is a key difference between this mod and other bolt action rifles. So, we brought out a bigger version of the weapon here with some new modern attachments and a nice fancy scope, and when we ADS, you'll see that that's just a normal vanilla zoom in. So, same reticle, nothing new or fancy. However, this actually has some MCM integration, so when I press the hotkey that I set to G, we have normal mode, night vision mode, and built-in iron sights mode. And not every scope supports this, but a lot of them do. So let's start with normal. And we're actually on 4 times already. Let's set it to 6 times. And you'll see now we have the long range reticle from the vanilla game. And it zooms in further. Very cool. Let's do that one more time. And we've got night vision. And let's just go ahead and throw it on 4 times. And now our scope is using night vision. And finally, it's that built-in iron sights mode. And this thing actually has some built-in iron sights. Super cool. You can change it on the fly for whatever use you possibly need. You really only need to take one weapon with this mod. Now, for sure, one of the greatest assets of this mod is its modifications at the Workbench. As you can see, we have the base version here that looks like a civilian hunting rifle, but we can convert that into a pretty modern tactical weapon, or an even more tactical and modern weapon. You can really get fancy with this one, so I appreciate that a lot. So let's go ahead and grab the base version of the weapon and see everything that there is to offer. Starting off with your receiver, you can choose between standard Remington or custom deviant, which will give you a plus 10% handling speed. For the barrels, we have the 22-inch standard, 22-inch threaded, the 18-inch threaded, or the 20-inch VTR, which has a built-in compensator. Now you can actually also get the integrally suppressed barrel here as well, and the 26-inch reinforced threaded. You just need different stocks. For the magazine, we have the 5-round standard mag and the 10-round PMag. For ammunition, this is actually how you change up your damage. You have 243 Winchester, 260 Remington, 30-06 Springfield, 300 Magnum, 308 Winchester, 338 Lapua, 6.5 Creedmoor, and the 7mm 08 Remington. Now, each of these has a different damage associated with them, as long as some other recoil changes and range changes. And the only way to actually craft these is to get an ammo conversion kit, which you can craft at a chemistry station. So, the highest damage of these, though, is going to be your 338 Lapua. Now, while these are ammo conversions, they don't actually change the ammo type you shoot, at least not with the base version. There are some rail mounts. You can have none or standard. Selecting the standard will allow you to put on some scopes. So, if we choose none, we're just going to use the base iron sights, or you can have the Hollow Sun, the Trijicon, the EOTech with a magnifier, the ACOG scope, the Aimpoint Pro, the Vortex Strike Eagle, the Vortex Strike Eagle with see-through scopes compatibility, the Night Force ATAC, also with see-through scopes, the Vortex Viper, also with see-through scopes, the Armasight Nemesis, also with see-through scopes, and then the Trijicon Reap IR, which is going to be an infrared thermal scope. Then we can choose the different metals. We have bare brushed, blued, and powder coated. These are just going to change the color for some aesthetic choices. And then we have different options for the stock. So we have the factory stock, the hunter, the military, and the tactical. And as you can see, that changes a lot of stuff. So if we go to one of these that already has this, we actually get some more options, like what material do we want the stock to be made out of? Black, flat dark earth, or olive drab, etc. So, same goes for all of the other stocks as well. Lots of customization to be had on this one for sure. And now we come to the testing portion of this video. Here we have 2 Deathclaws. We're going to test it once with the least damage available on this weapon, using the no attachments, and again, no perks, so this has the lowest damage possible. Then we'll test it again with the highest damage ammo type and receiver. Still no perks, we're just going to leave it to the weapon to show off what you can do with the modification options. So, let's go ahead and take some shots at this thing's chest and see how many it takes to take him down. Alright, and there you go. 8 shots to take down a Deathclaw with the really basic version of this weapon. Let's upgrade it with that 338 Lapua round. Looks like that second shot didn't do anything. There we go. We'll go ahead and call that 4 shots with the 338 Lapua. So definitely worth going after those ammo conversion kits. And so that is the Remington 700. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to try it out for yourself, it will be linked down below as always. And don't forget to go out there and support your mod authors. Donate, endorse, anything you can to show your appreciation for all of their hard work. I know this mod author has a Patreon linked on the main Nexus page, so feel free to stop by there and support them if you're able to do that. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you want to get more content just like this in the future, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace! And hey, shout out to all of our patrons for their continued support. As always, your donations are greatly appreciated and help to fund videos just like this one, so again, thank you.